Hey guys, here again to talk about the meta. Today was really control heavy. People have been figuring out that Druid and Warrior are really good, and so most people are playing it. Some Highlander warriors have been popping up, so I got that Highlander warrior list for you guys. I've been also experimenting, so I posted Max's list yesterday. And towards the end of the stream today, I've been cutting some of the cards to test Pupil, Rising Wave, and Mista Vista. So like the idea behind Rising Wave, it's a really good AoE. So it might be able to help a lot against all the pirate decks. And I cut like Cover Artist and Ignis. So like minion wise, you can have the same amount of minions. So like the pendant is always still pretty good. Like it's gonna hit the Marine and the Ziliax often enough. Yeah, at this list I really liked. I didn't play it much. Like I think I played 2 or 3 games of it, but I'm gonna play more of it tomorrow, and I'm gonna kind of try to tell you how that works. Uh, so yeah, it's very similar to the list I showed yesterday, just that you have Rising Wave. The ETC is Zola, Aviana, and Yogg. I'm not sure about it. Like you might want to play Dirty Rat or something. And yeah, the entire meta kind of revolves around this Ziliax. So, there we go. Virus module and perfect module. That Ziliax is like played everywhere. So people are playing cards like Yogg. You're gonna see a bunch of Yoggs. Like in this deck, I think I have Yogg in my. No, I don't actually have Yogg in my TC. I should probably have Yogg in this DTC, but it's Highlander, so maybe it's fine not to have it. So yeah, Highlander Warrior. Since you have Boom Boss in your deck with Bran, you can actually go really late against most of the Infinite Ziliax decks, like especially Druid. And so you just play Boom Boss, they draw their bombs, and then like usually you're gonna hit their snapshot or their fizzle, and you can just fatigue them. You also have a crazy amount of value, like you have Dorian, you have quality insurance that always hits Dirty Rat and Ziliax and Harm. So like Dorian quality insurance on like turn 6 or 7 is like kinda nuts. And then I actually have an updated version of the Warrior list that I showed yesterday. So this list is way better against aggro. You cut the pupils and you play double bash, you also play billowing flames. And so you're like way better against aggro decks, so all the pirate stuff. And you also have like double spill main deck and only 3 tribes. So you have a mech, you have a pirate, and you have a totem. So the all you can eat always hits them. Very strong deck. I was winning a lot with this deck. Code is also going to be in the comments. Mega recommend it. And then the last decks, like they're kind of similar to what they used to be. Druid is very much all over the place. Like you can play any kinds of Druid. You can play this with dragons. You can play the old 30 Druid um, with dragons that people are playing before the patch. So like with Doomkin, Dorian, Pendant, the Dragon package, and Trogs. The DK is very much the same as yesterday. I didn't really change it that much. I think it's a pretty good deck. If you queue into aggro, like I think it's gonna farm aggro. Buttons and Caress are probably too cute to play. So you're probably supposed to cut them and play like maybe a second salesman and second seamstress or something like that. And Zarimi Priest, I think Zarimi Priest actually got quite a bit worse today because people are playing control again. So it was really good. It was really good when people were playing like uh, very fast, like OTK decks. So the lamp rogue typically with the elementals, and also the cheap druid deck. But people have been moving away from that for like hard control. So like yeah, the 3 decks that I would really recommend are these 3: Highlander, Two Off, and the max ramp druid. I think I'm gonna try to work on another druid deck that runs Doomkins. And class wise, so I think if you wanna climb right now, you can still play Excavate Rogue with Maestra and Grifta. I'm gonna post a list in the comments. Like that deck is probably pretty good. Pain Warlock is also pretty good. So like, yeah, these are like tier 1s. Rogue, Warlock, Druid, Warrior. I think these 4 are tier 1s. And then tier 2 is probably like Demon Hunter, Death Knight, and probably Priest, maybe some buff Paladin. And then Mage, Shaman, and Hunter are really struggling at the bottom. So like, yeah, these 3 classes really bad. Mage has literally no playable archetype. Like, Safe is okay, but it's not great. Shaman has no new playable archetypes, basically. It's like Nature Shaman, and that's kind of it. People have been experimenting with Pirate, but it doesn't seem good. Like, I haven't been queuing into any of those decks, and I'm like in top 100, so. Pala, I think buff Pala is still okay. Like, people are probably gonna go back to some buff Pala if the meta becomes mega control to the point where like the control decks are so greedy that they can actually not deal with big Pala boards. And Hunter looks completely unplayable as usual. Demon Hunter actually has a Naga DH, I think. And the Amalgam is actually pretty good for that deck. The new Amalgam. This one is actually pretty good for Naga DH because you just keep shuffling it with the shopper, shooter, sorry. And then, yeah, I mean, Hunter unplayable, and DK is kind of the same is the problem. Like, DK still is Rainbow. So yeah, I hope this was useful. I will see you guys again tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, so feel free to tune in. It's gonna be in the morning, and if you don't, I'm gonna be posting another meta recap after my stream tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys.